Season 2, Episode 8 of Tulsa King is absolutely insane. The episode starts off with Dwight, Goody, Mitch, and Bigfoot kind of sitting down talking to Tyson, and basically Dwight saying what Tyson did was out of line. And basically there's a hierarchy, and we all know this. There's a hierarchy. You go to the boss either approves or denies the hit that's going to happen. And Tyson just went rogue and went out on his own. And Tyson thinks like he's going to be ousted or whatever it is. And, even though Dwight is the boss, they kind of figure out that they are in a family and they have to sit down and figure things out. And then once everything starts going, this entire episode is a crazy shit show that I did not expect would happen at all. Everyone is simply preparing for war, especially Bevilacqua, who prepares for revenge after what Tyson did. Not only that, this is all the doing of Ming. Yes, the triad leader, and it's like crazy that it's a domino effect and affecting everybody, that nobody wanted a war. Not only that, we see Armand going crazy and losing his mind, and he kind of does his own thing. He kind of reach out to his wife, doesn't matter, loses his shit. It's not one of my favorite characters on the show. It's just obnoxious and so on and so forth, and I guess you do whatever you have to do in desperate times, calls for desperate measures. I understand that. But then Armand goes to Thresher. Thresher's like, what are you doing here? Armand's like, I need some money, because Armand needs money. All this time he needs money. Like, I don't understand that. And then Thresher's like, here's $100. Go live your new life. And Armand actually takes the $100. Goes, I guess, buys some booze, gets drunk, had a little tit for tat with one of the stable masters, the girl, Margaret Devereaux kind of fires him. Armand calls his kids on the phone, leaves a message saying, what I'm about to do, you might not see me anymore. So it's like, all right, what the absolute shit are you going to do now? So then that shifts to Bevilacqua, and basically getting a phone call from New York, or calling New York, and then basically saying that what's going on, what's happening, they're preparing for war. And you see that Bevilacqua's room, the desk that he sits at with his chair in it, is bugged by the FBI. So it's like, okay, who's the informant in his group? What is going on and what's happening? Not only that, Dwight talks to his daughter Tina and basically says, you need to leave, you need to get out of here, you need to go back to New York, it's not safe for you here, take the kids and go. They leave right away. Dwight feels devastated because he didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Then Dwight calls Chicky in New York and says, my daughter and my grandkids are coming back. If there's any threat, I will kill you personally myself. And it's like, craziness. Craziness is one stacked on top of another. I mean, this fucking episode is just mind-blowingly insane. Then we switch to Thresher once again, and the triad guy causing all this trouble for no goddamn reason, basically kind of wants to buy out Thresher. And Thresher's like, what the hell are you talking about? He's like, for $1,000, I'm buying your business. That's like, oh, Thresher signs the he actually signs the contract. Okay? Walks off. All right. What else is going on? Well, then you see Dwight talking to every one of his crew. Basically says, we need to shut down the saloon. We need to shut down the weed shop. We need to do all this and everything just for their safety, and, so nothing happens, because we know something's going to happen, because the FBI come to Dwight and says, there's been a hit put out on you by Bill Bevilacqua. And it's like, oh, great. So then we see Bodie and Jimmy closing things down, and as they're going outside, we see Bevilacqua's men come around the corner, start a shootout. They hit Jimmy, and Jimmy is taken out. We don't know if he's alive or dead yet. Then more things are happening, of course, and then you see New York, and it's the sit down, but with, Vince, Chicky, and the other capos around him, basically saying Chicky is kind of hot-headed, you need to cool down, cool your stuff. The other families want this. With you whacking Jimmy wasn't a good thing, but then you sending off Dwight, who's very well respected, to do something else, yada, 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 this and that. And, and Vince is like, it's under new management now, we're taking over, and something like that. Chicky walks out, and that's that story. Okay, what else is going on? All right, so then you see Thresher coming into Bevilacqua, and basically Bevilacqua's on the phone, like, no, we only got one of them, there wasn't Manfredi. Thresher comes in and is like, I need your help now. We need to take out Ming, the triads, because he's going to take over every single thing, not only half, everything. And then Thresher lets it slip. He lets it slip. Of course he does. And he's like, basically like, okay, you know what? Here's what happened. Ming is the one that did the car bombing and everything. And he's like, Bevelak was like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? This is because of your guy. We're in a war now. So it's like, okay, all the dominoes are falling into place. Then we see Dwight, we see Tyson and Mitch go out to the weed place where it's not shown, but we know they go out. He says to Goody, stay back, and Goody's there counting the money in the back because they're gonna give it to half the car dealership guy, and then Armand comes in. Yeah, so we now know what Armand's gonna do. He basically takes the money and runs, literally, and Armand is like, I have no other choice, and it's like, oh my God, like, stop. It's insane. You're annoying. Just leave. And basically takes like maybe 100K or 150K. I don't know how much he takes. And Goody survives. Goody lives. Armand doesn't kill Goody, thank God, because it would have been like a waste of time to do that. And why would you do that? Armand is up to his head in shit, and he just has to have money. He knows about that, everything. Takes the money. That's the end of the episode. And that was episode 8, season 2 of Tulsa King. Like, 2 episodes left until the season 2 finale, and shit's going crazy already. That's absolutely amazing writing. The characters don't know what to do. All this because of something that happened when someone else thinks something else happened. Well, if that car bomb didn't happen, I'm pretty sure it'd be fine. But here's the thing. If Ming with the car bomb did, Tyson wouldn't go after Bevilacqua. Bevilacqua thinks it was so-and-so here and there. And now it's like, okay, what's going on? What is going on? I feel like all of them will kind of gang up, talk, and go after Ming and the triads. You have to, because they're the main villains of this story right now for this season. If they don't, I'll be very surprised, because it's just a whole money grab thing. You know, Dwight's in the weed business. Thresher is part of that, and Thresher doesn't like that. Okay, and Dwight's in the whole money business with the mafia. Bevilacqua's also, he wants a piece of that. New York is just put aside anyway. We know that. It's like New York has no power here. Technically, they don't have any power anymore. So it's just an insane episode. I was surprised. I was shocked. Didn't expect that this episode to be as good as it was, because it was really, really good. I mean, come on, like 2 episodes left of the season 2 finale. It's going to rev up. It's going to get crazy. But how crazy and how revved up will it get, knowing that all this has just happened in episode 8? What more do you have? Like, it's going to be, wow. I'm like, I don't think I've caught a breath in this entire review that I just gave you and my thoughts on it. But I feel like they're all going to gang up on the triads, Ming, get rid of them, and everyone's going to go into business, get quarter, half, 30, 40% of each everything. Tina comes back, lives with her father, and maybe there's a happy ending. Armand definitely, is going to get caught. Will he? Who knows? I don't know. And then, Armand spilling the beans to Margaret that your, mafia boyfriend is a murderer. So it's like, all right. So, sometimes there's, when to say something, when not to say something. And Armand is always saying something because he has a mouth on him. Now, the question is, how will season 2 end? What will happen? I mean, a lot of questions still need to be answered, but I think it's going to be a crazy action-packed sequence where people we didn't think would be teaming up are going to team up, and it's just like, all right, the dominoes are falling. Are they falling in the right way, though? And if it does get renewed for a 3rd season, where can you go with that story? Who will be the new villain? I mean, you got a lot of players in the field right now. One of them's going to get an out, so it's like the question is, what's going to happen? Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about season 2, episode 8 of Tulsa King, titled Under New Management. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? Did you expect this episode to go the way it did? What do you think is going to happen now in the season 2 with the 2 episodes that are left as of this review that you are watching? And do you think we'll get a 3rd season? And if so, what more progression can you do? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked. I'm Mr. Filmstock. Thank you so much for tuning into my crazy review of episode 8 and listening to my rambling. I'll see you all in the next review video. And be sure you tune in next week to season 2, episode 9 of Tulsa King.